Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, I will be guessing that everyone is answering Walaikum Salam. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our MH Radio YouTube channel, which we'll be uploading every week. And in today's MH Radio, we have a great topic that everyone should know. It's about public speaking with a lot of guests. And we have Ms Rina.
Hello everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Ms Rina. Walaikum salam. And we have great A Rauuf.
Hello.
Hello, Rauuf. How are you guys doing today? Are you guys doing good?
Very
you guys
good.
okay?
Very good.
Everything's fine? Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing
Thank
great.
you so much for coming to our MH Radio as the guest for today's topic. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to explain the background of the topic first, of course. Public speaking skill is an important yet valuable skill that we must have. No matter what your job is, boy or girl, famous or not, public speaking is when we speak to a group of people in an organized way. Moreover, at some point in our lives, most of us will be facing with the giving a public speech or presentation. That's of course because public speaking is a great way to get your. We can convince and educate people about lots and lots of different kinds of topics, like what we are doing right now as a MH. And for today, we also have list of questions that we will be asking to Ms. Rina and also Grade A Rauuf. And the first questions will be, why is public speaking a valid skill one can have? Ms. Rina, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, Athalla.
Welcome.
Okay, so the question is about actually how important public speaking is, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can say that public speaking is such a hard skill, but that is an important skill to have for everyone. Why? Because public speaking it's an ability or skill that you guys meet when you are growing up. Like for example, you are in a school, a junior high school, and then your teacher asks you to have a speech, for example, in a certain
Mhm.
topic. Or if you are in a senior high grade and then your teacher asks you to present something, meaning that you need a public speaking skill for that because you have a lot audience, which is your classmates, right? So public speaking is such a important skill for you to have. I think that I can say, Athalla.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. Rauf, do you have anything to add to Ms. Rina's statement or anything that Ms. Rina said?
Well, I think Miss Jenna already summed it up very good. Of course, I think that public speaking is, of course, a good way for communication with friends, family, or with anyone else. And I think it's a very valid skill and something that and that's important to have when in a day-to-day basis and in daily life.
Especially when you're talking to people every day, like you will never miss a day without talking to people, and that's why public speaking is very important, right? I absolutely
Definitely.
agree with that. And second, what makes public speaking is a fun activity? And Rauf, I heard you join a lot of competitions lately, and would you mind telling us about that?
Well, I did. Well, in the fifth grade, I did join my first MUN. In the
Great.
sixth grade, I joined an international debate competition called WSC,
Mhm.
and in grade seven, I joined speech and another debate competition. So, of course, I've done a lot of them, and in doing so, really helped me develop my public speaking skills and confidence. Also,
Wow, you have been very active in terms of public speaking activity. And I would like to add that I also have joined a lot of competitions in the past, and I would like to add a little bit to like why public speaking is a fun activity because you can create your point across when you're in a competition. Like for example, I've joined a lot of English competition in the past, and I have joined an MUN. And in those sort of like experience that I've had, it's just so fun because you get to talk to people. Plus, you can create new friends. When you're talking to people, you want to for the people to be interactive. You want them to like you. You want them to be interested in what you are talking about. In that sense, if you created those sort of environment where the other people is like really interested in you, then you would create a lot of friends, and I've proven that to be true. And Miss Rina, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think you have mentioned. Isn't it interesting just hearing Athalla and Rauf talking about public speaking because they can meet a lot of people around the world. Isn't it that is interesting activity to do, right? So I can say that's fun because you guys can meet a lot of people with a different perspective, with a different opinion around the world. It's not really like in Indonesia, but we can also meet another people from another country. That's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
And also, if you guys are really interested in like followers or like gaining your followers, public speaking is the best one to do or to raise it. I guess like
Yeah.
I've been gaining like a lot of followers lately just from following one MUN. It's been nice. It's been quite nice. And yeah, thank you so much, Miss Rina, as well as Rao. And the third question, actually, my bad. Have you ever won slash participated in any public speaking related contest? So Rauf, you created those. I know you created. You have mentioned a lot of competitions that you have went to in the past. So do you have you won any of them, or have you experienced it?
In grade 5, as I mentioned, when I did my first MU1, I did win with my partner, and in WSC, I did make to the finalists who were sent to Yale in the US, and then after that, I won second place in grade 7. In grade 7 for the debate competition. So yeah, I've been to a lot of public speaking related competitions because I had to speak in front of a group of people. And not only that, I had to discuss with them. And honestly, it was a bit challenging for me because I do have a bit of anxiety talking.
So you actually have anxiety. What do you like? Social anxiety. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, definitely. Of course, I sometimes get stage fright, and but then in develop whenever I speak more daily and with different people, I develop that sense of a sense of confidence that can help me speak better.
Wow. So you had the social anxiety in you, and then the more and more you do what do you call it, public speaking activity, you have created those sort of love to public speaking. Is that correct?
That's true, but and
Wow.
I still now get social anxiety, but I'm working on it, of course.
Wow, let's give a round of applause for Rao for overcoming that social anxiety. And not a lot of people can do that, right? And I'm pretty sure like a lot of people are very frightened of like being on stage or like telling people about their day or anything like that because they're afraid that they're going to get blocked, not blocked, more like rebuked. Like, oh, I'm just gonna tell this, like a very sensitive topic, but like I'm afraid that they're going to rebuke me. So why don't I just stay silent? But that's not the case because each time and each second that you spend with talking to people, you will learn new languages and not new languages, new information day by day. And that's how people like Diogenes, or that's how people like Seneca can be a really such a great like philosopher because they really love talking and they have never stopped like learning and like searching for those information or those acknowledgement. And yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And what about you, Miss Rina? Have you ever won any or participated in any public speaking related contest?
You still remember we did an MC together?
Oh
Isn't it?
yeah, we did. Yeah,
Isn't it counted?
it does
Yeah.
count. It's
Mm-hmm.
activity, right?
Yeah, we did a good job, Atala. Okay, so my experience, I had one time as the speaker. I think it's our school's event, and then I was very honored at that time because I could be a speaker in that event, and I could meet a lot of people, especially teachers from different area in Indonesia, and it was very fun. That's what I can say.
Yeah, and it was also very not only like fun, it was also very challenging because like that's like probably the first time that I've ever been in front of a, what do you call it, a green screen, and then like being in
Yeah,
front
with
of
the
like,
camera
yeah, with
on.
the camera and like with like 300 or 200 people at least with the time.
Yes,
That was so nerve wracking, but like the payoff is really really great. Like I can
it
feel like
was.
it's so it just makes me very proud of myself. That's all. And yeah, thank you so much, Miss Rina. And the fourth questions that we have is: do you have any tips for people to improve their public speaking skills? And not a lot of people can do that, so we have a really experienced, guest here. So, Miss Rina, do you have any tips?
Actually, it was the okay. I'm going to start from the basic one. The tips for people to improve their public speaking skill is the first one. They need to practice. That's the first thing first. If we want to our performance to be very good, everything needs practice. Everything needs preparation. So make sure that you have at least once, or no, I think one is not enough yet. Three times practice on how you will deliver your points in front of a lot of people, which are your audience. And then the other tips, I can say that you need to know your audience. For example, I'm going to perform or I'm going to be a speaker on some event. I need to know who's going to be my audience because it matters. If they are young people, for example, teenagers, and then school students, I believe that I need to be more interesting to be paid attention by them, right? So I need to use my modern or maybe like a slang language to gain their attention. And if is it like the older people, for example, parents or adult, I would say that I will emphasize on the point. So I'm going to share a deep as possible because probably adult no need to like get more attention. They can easily give attention to others, right? It's different. So the second tips I can say that we need to know the audience when we are doing public speaking. And then the third one, my tips is just be confident. Don't ever think that your opinion is wrong because I think no argument or no opinion is wrong. Just what? Just support your opinion with a fact and evidence. I think that's it, Atala.
I agree, and I think that everyone can have an opinion, right? And
Yeah.
like, I think I've heard a lot of people are very scared to get on top of the stage because they're scared that people are going to judge them, which
Mhm.
I can relate. But
Mhm.
every time that you get on top of the stage, that's a learning experience. Just one step on the stage, it's already a learning experience for you. It's not like constant when you get on the stage, you immediately gain a really like great confidence, which a lot of, well, not a lot of people, some people may have that, but it's a learning experience. Nothing is instant. You need to practice it more. You need to have more experience. You need to know your audience as well as what Miss Rina said. And I think that those like components that is mentioned by me and also Miss Rina would be really great for a starter to start their skill in terms of like public speaking. And
Absolutely.
do you have any tips, like, how people that are very insecure, especially with someone with social anxiety, like you, like for the people like you to have public speaking activity, like, do you have any tips?
Well, I think the first one is, of course, practice makes perfect.
Absolutely.
So then whenever you speak more, you of course gain more confidence in speaking, and then you're more comfortable speaking to other people. So of course, I think people should always speak more to anyone, and of course your friends, family, and then develop that sense that that isn't a confidence and that you're comfortable speaking. And yeah, I think it's just all about having that confidence and making sure that you're comfortable speaking, and yeah, just work on it.
I see. Okay, thank you so much, Rao, for the tips. Do you like do any unique like activity before you get on top of the stage or before you talk to people? Do you have anything unique that you do
I
during that?
am not that talkative. I'm not. But then I do the competition so that I could push myself to make sure that I would be more capable of speaking with other people. So yeah.
That's a really great motivation. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Raul. And the next question, and this question is very specified to our teacher, Ms Rina and Rihanna. How does our school facilitate public speaking improvement, Ms Rina?
Yep. First thing first, public speaking skill is one of the most important skills everyone should have.
Right.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
And then go get to get better or like remarkable result from public speaking itself. It should be prepared. It should be prepared, I can say, as early as possible. So I think school is the best place to start with. So start your skill to be developed more better. And then of course, Athalla, our school has been facilitating students to be a good public speakers. We provide students with actually we have two student excellent program. We call it the first one speech club. So we have that kind of a program, and then the other one is debate club. I'm handling debate club, debate class, I can say, and also I have a really brilliant students, Athalla and Rauufi there. And then in our debate class, we are not only learning how to debate or argue, but we also learn how to be a good speaker in front of our opponents, right? So, how to be a good speaker on delivering an argument in front of people isn't that easy. We really need prepare. We really need steps to do. For example, we have to build our argument first. We call it argumentative building. So we need to know what kind of argument we can have or we can provide to a certain issues. And then after that, we try to research, of course, because we need evidence. We need support from the fact. And then after that, try to deliver first your argument and listen to other or the opponents about their opinion like that. So we also provide students a training and practice regularly in our debate class. And also Athalla, we have also a vendor. So they train students here in our school for public speaking class. That's it, Athalla.
Thank you so much, Ms Rina. And I would like to also add a little bit in terms of like in the perspective of MHSU or OSIS, as anyone would watch this say it or call it. So when we are like faced with the term like public speaking, of course we wouldn't have that much power and also that much what do you call it, that much alliance with like schools because we don't have that power. And like what we do is that we create the not the English environment. We create the public speaking environment in our school so that so that our students would feel a lot more safe and a lot more conducted in the environment because they know each other. So in that sense, they're going to be a lot more confident. And if they are already confident with the like with each other or with their friends, they would absolutely be confident with other people as well. So therefore, they're going to be ready to face like public speaking activity or like public speaking competition. And in a way for us to do that is that we have this thing that we call boys talk and also girls talk. We conducted it every day, and not every day, every Friday. So we're going to pick the students that are going to present, minimal three per group, and then those students are going to present the topic that is given by our teacher and everything. And also we have this events that we set up in our own school, like for example MHX, and also just like other schools we also have MHX. And I think that's been really working for us for the like past like 3 years because we have raised such confidence in our students, and I've seen like a lot of improvements in our students as well in terms of the environment ourselves. Yeah. And yeah, you know what? Enough of that. We're just going to move on to the questions. Yeah. And the last questions we have is uncommon career prospect regarding public speaking skills. Ooh, this is interesting. Rauf, go ahead. You can be the first one to answer.
Jobs that include public speaking are definitely like, let's say, leadership roles. Like for example, like a CEO or president, they have to speak out to a variety, like a wide, basically a lot of people. Like a president, a country, a CEO, the company itself. And I think that if people focus on a lot of public speaking, they can ace those jobs because being a president or a CEO, in an example, they have to be confident, they have to be stern, they have to be focused. And I think people who have a good public speaking skills is definitely going to have a good job in doing so.
Agree, I agree. And Ms Rina, do you have any uncommon career prospect that's regarding public speaking skills?
Oh wow. Since we are now in the modern era, digital era, so I think there's so many unpredictable job we found it now. Um Actually, Atala, we as a teacher, we also need that skill, you know. When we need to present, we need to teach in front of our students, of course, we need to have that skill to be coming up. So it's not only like teaching the student and delivering the knowledge, but we need to be interesting on delivering our knowledge. So that's the very common career for us to be a teacher. But the other one, we also can see motivators. I think because we are now doing all of the event mostly like online like this, I think everyone need um, that kind of public speaking skill to be a motivator or maybe an event speaker. And then I can say, I think Ralph also mentioned a good point. CEO, every leader, basically, every leader. I can say everyone will be what will be willing to lead, right? Rather than they just follow the other. But I think yeah, I mean public speaking skill is really appropriate to be implemented to be a leader. So if you want to be a leader, I believe that you need to have a public speaking skill. And also if we talked about a human relation, like maybe when you want to cooperate with the other company, you are working in the company and then you want to gain more client, for example, or you want to cooperate with other company. I think that's a good, it's very crucial skill to have a public speaking, because you need to persuade them to agree to convince people to maybe work together with you. So I can say that.
I agree, and I think like public speaking skills is most important in terms of like businesses, right?
Yeah.
Because we have mentioned like CEO, HR, human resources, or like yeah, like that. I think they're very. It's very important for you to have a really good public speaking skills, and not only that, actually, this is what I think, right? I think like uncommon career prospect regarding public speaking skills doesn't really apply because every career requires you to have public speaking skills. Like no matter what it is, it requires you to talk, right? If you are
Okay.
working under someone, you would need to talk to your boss. If you want a raise, you are going to have to talk to your boss and convince him unto
Okay.
why you deserve a raise. Or if you are an editor, you also need to talk to the person that sends you the video, like, oh, what do you want to do with this, and everything like that. And I think like for every career, every jobs, and every like just every career in every career, you really need to have a really great public speaking skill. However, this is the one that kind of like differs it with like every job that requires public speaking skills and the job that you are going to get. If you want to get a really good job with a really good payment, or the one that you enjoy at least, you would need to have like a great public speaking skills. That's what Raul said. If you want to have a great like career, you would need to increase your public speaking skill, because I think it's a little bit underrated. Like it's literally down there. Like nobody has ever paid attention to their public speaking skills and everything like that. And I think that we have brought a light to the people that have actually watched this. And I'm really thankful for Ms Rina and also Rao for helping me to in this like today's MH radio. And I also would like to thank you, the audience that also watches this video. Don't forget, like all YouTubers did, subscribe, comments and likes, and comment like what you want to see in the next or what topic do you want to see, and we will be uploading every week. And that is all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bye,
Bye. Thank
everyone.
Bye.
Have a
you.
nice day.
Ah.